Welcome back to Watchers on the Couch, and today we're discussing the season finale of Season 5, Mother's Mercy. I'm Tim Pickrell.
I'm Sarah Hedrick.
And I'm Mike Daffron.
And Mike Daffron is angry.
So upset.
I am.
I think we're all a bit angry, but I called it.
About?
Stuff. We'll get into it.
The game last weekend, yeah.
Actually, I didn't call it exactly, but I had an idea. I had an inkling.
I thought the same thing, but I was like, no way. No, can't happen.
All right, so I guess I don't know how we can do this from scene of least importance to most important.
Because really, they were all kind of least important in my book.
Mike was not a fan of this episode.
It was like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's just because the last two episodes were good. This episode, I don't know. It just... Maybe it's the way everything was presented and not actually what happened.
Really? Okay.
I don't know. That I just thought was kind of crap.
I feel like every scene was like some holy shit.
Yeah.
I just felt let down. Maybe it's because I watched it when I was like in an angry shit mood.
Oh.
And I'm like...
Oh, so that's it. Yeah.
I don't know.
You just need to be watching it when you're in a good...
But it hasn't changed.
Okay.
And I did watch it again.
All right.
So... Nope,
So,
still feel...
because a lot of things weren't maybe wrapped up in a pretty bow, is that it? Is that why you're feeling kind of crappy about it?
No, it just seemed kind of like, I don't know, a little rushed, some of the stuff, and...
I can see that. I can agree with
that. One scene was too long. Thought the Cersei scene was a little long. I mean, I guess it had its point, but...
Yeah.
I was like, I get it. I want to see something else. Come on.
Yeah, but we didn't. Did we need to see her walk the whole way there? Yeah, I get what you're saying. But it seemed like the way they framed this episode is everybody got their shot, and then it was on to the next thing. There wasn't any like, let's come back to it and see how it transitioned. It was what character after character after character.
Yeah.
I thought it opened great.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I will try to honor your opinion.
Okay. So it opens with what's Mirren Trant, whatever, that guy that could never be a good guy in anything because of his face.
Yeah, bitchy resting face.
beating on some underage girls, trying to get him to.
But that was an opening scene,
wasn't it?
I don't think so.
I don't think it was either.
No.
I thought
that was with Stannis, right?
No.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it started with Stannis.
I thought we opened immediately with Arya.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't know. Do you want me to watch it again? Hold on just a second.
Pause it, let's watch.
No, let's keep the podcast running. I'm just going to watch it
No,
while you guys...
okay. Well, then let's... okay, so...
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Whatever. If it...
I mean...
No, that was the...
okay.
Don't worry about that.
All right.
If it did, it did. If it didn't, it didn't. I mean, it really doesn't matter. It still happened.
So, you thought you were talking about... I was talking about Stan. No, I'm talking about Arya. Let's assume I'm talking about the Arya scene as the first scene.
Let's go.
I thought it was great. I thought it was very...
I was loving that scene.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I just still really confused about everything. Like, I just don't understand how the masks are. Is it mask? Is there no magic to this at all? And it's just somebody's skin?
Oh, no, I think it's magic.
Yeah,
it's got to be
magic.
magic.
All right. I just want to make that clear because we've talked before and you guys thought, like, I don't know, this was probably like middle of the season or more, so.
At that point, everything was really like, it was new to all of us. We didn't know what was going on, so we were just speculating on, well, maybe it's like this, but I think it was pretty clear in this episode that it was magic because when she...
Or at least when you become no one, there's some magic to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even if you're not no one, if you are still someone and you're using the masks, it poisons you. So, I mean, she went blind because of it. And then the man who was no one, or the person that was no one, she kept pulling mask after mask after mask off. I mean, like, that person couldn't have been just covered in layers of masks.
Right, especially because one of them was her face.
Exactly. So definitely there was magic there.
And if one of them's her face, Don't they use dead people's faces? Like, is she now dead? What? I don't understand. Like, how can her face be on someone else's face if she's not dead?
Maybe she's hallucinating that's her face.
Maybe.
Like right before she goes blind, maybe she's just like flipping her shit out.
Could be.
But
and is that why she went blind? Because she's not no one
right.
yet?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And she killed somebody that wasn't supposed to be killed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
So does that mean person who is no one can be two people at once?
No, you can just be no one.
Yeah, everybody's no one at some point. If you're a faceless man, you're no one.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean the same thing with the faces, because whoever was wearing the face of Jaqen Hagar poisons himself, and then the waif pulls off her face, and she's Jaqen Hagar. Mm-hmm. So
all right.
It's not like she ran over and grabbed his face and put it on.
Okay. All right. That makes a little more sense.
And yeah, I think it's like once you're no one, then you can just change your face, because it's not like, again, with the end of season 2, it's not like Jaqen Hagar was just keeping a face in his pocket to put on.
Right.
Well, I know, that's what I'm saying, because I was like, they can't just be putting somebody's face on like, a Mission Impossible style.
Right.
And plus, like, what are they using? Are they using glue? Velcro? What's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, it just
Right.
just come off and disappear.
Yeah.
She didn't have a pile. I'm talking away from the microphone. It's not like she had like a pile of faces that she was pulling off like next to her. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's like, in that case, what is the point of the faces on the wall? Mm-hmm. But I did
Just give you a reference, just to know what you got.
Yeah, but I guess it does look like, because we were
You gotta
wondering
keep a file.
But we were wondering if they like kept the whole head there, because it looked like it was a whole head. But I
Yeah.
guess what it is, it's like basically like a stone carving of a head that they just set the faces on.
Yeah.
But Murren Trant got his, and it was pretty gross to watch.
gruesome, yeah.
Stabby, stabby. Someone got stabbed. It wasn't any little young girls.
That's true.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. You nailed it on the head.
Hey!
Couldn't have happened to a nicer fella.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean, she was cold. It was a great scene. It was really well done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was the first scene. I thought like we opened strong with that, but
I don't think so. I don't think that was it.
I can go along with that scene. Except that I was confused. Mm-hmm. But that's probably my fault for not being able to follow long enough.
I think we're both right and we're both wrong. Well, I'm mostly wrong. I think I'm wrong in two. I'm wrong in two places.
You're just plain wrong.
We did see Stannis in the beginning, and we did go back to Stannis.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I thought we just focused on one character, and then we were done.
Because right at the beginning, it opens with Stannis, and
Yeah,
it's
it was
like it opens with Melisandre.
in this camp.
And she's looking at the icicles.
And she's like, "Ha ha! I did some great stuff. We burned that kid, and now the snow's melting too, and we're gonna
Come here,
march
give me
right
a
on
kiss."
the yeah, like,
Yeah.
why don't you get up on some of this red lady? And he's like, "I'm really upset right now. Like, I'm not entirely happy about what I had to do." And then it's like, the rest of your guys, or like half your people, left in the night because they don't want to be around a guy that burns his daughter.
It was just like one thing after another, like really quickly. Like there wasn't even any time to take it in. It's like, hey, half your guys fucking left. Oh, hey, by the way, check this shit out in the woods.
Yeah, your wife hung herself.
Oh, she hung herself. Hey, by the way, Melisandre, she's out. She gone.
She pieced out.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's just like, oh yeah, dude, she's left. She's left. Like,
It's like
she's like, oh shit.
the entire score that could have been playing in the background could have been the Benny Hill theme for fucking Stannis. Because yeah, it was just one clusterfuck after another, and he still decides that he's going to go into Winterfell, and we're gonna siege this place. No, because they have a way bigger army.
Yeah, but what did he have left to lose at that point besides his own life? I mean,
Right, that's why.
You know,
And that's
everything
why
that he
did
loved
it.
was gone. So
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be able to do anything. So yeah, keep going.
I'm gonna
go
kill all
bang.
these men with
Yeah,
me.
right.
Yeah, what a dick.
He really is. He's Master Dick.
How much book spoiling do you want me to do in this?
None.
All the book spoiling.
Okay. Yeah, Sarah wants me to spoil the hell out of everything. She doesn't want any surprises in life.
Like ever.
Okay. All right then. I'm just so then so if we go to Winterfell, we flash forward to let's flash forward to outside Winterfell because we'll finish up with Stannis. Brienne's waiting for the candle to light because that's her sacred oath now to be there when shit goes down. Like Sangry already, and then Podrick is like, "Milady, it's Stannis' army," and she's like, "Oh, what do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna kill Stannis instead." And it's like she's one person. Like the only hope that she would have had is if Stannis lost the battle. So he could have just as easily been dead by the time she got there too. So
I think she had to make sure, though.
That's one thing I think is ridiculous about that scene is he was on the front lines.
Yeah.
You see an insane amount of people on horses for the Boltons just surrounding this tiny army. Lots of them are retreating, but he's in the fucking front. There's no way, with all those people come at him, he would, one, survive. Two, how the fuck did he make it to the woods? That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, maybe he killed a guy on a horse, stole his horse, and rode back there.
No.
Bullshit.
Well, it's not like
don't believe. There's no freaking way.
He's not a bad fighter.
No, but I mean, you can't fight against on foot against
an entire army.
10,000 people on horseback.
William Wallace did it.
Tim,
he cut the legs off the horse with a claymore.
No. No, it's not happening.
Okay.
No, it couldn't happen. That was ridiculous.
So in fictional battles, this is...
Yep, this is supposed to all be real.
Okay. I wish Snoop Dogg was on the other side of this table. We could get his feedback.
But I mean, come on. I don't know. That's one thing I really thought was goofy. And,
that
whoops, we just missed her lighting the candle. Oh, perfect timing. Boring. Like, come on. Like, why even... Don't even do that scene. Don't even have her go to the tower. Sansa go to the tower and light it. I just thought that was like...
Well, she had to have a reason to be out of her cage herself.
That's
and
true.
how she got out, too. Got out with a corkscrew. Really? Who the fuck could unlock a lock with a corkscrew?
Apparently Sansa Stark.
Apparently. The first person ever...
Maybe their locks are just really shoddy.
Reality or fiction.
Listen, the thing you don't understand about Winterfell, all their locks are made of cork.
That's right.
Yeah.
But there's not even any turning thing. You'd just be sticking it in. There's... No. A lock doesn't work like that.
Maybe their locks do.
They just get shitty locks.
They might have shitty locks. I don't think
They're
locks...
really poorly designed.
Yeah.
But it looks like all the other ones.
I was about to say I don't think locks back then were made very well, and it's like back then, like it is real.
It's so real.
It's like I don't know how. I mean, I don't think locks were all that sophisticated in the time period that's.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing. You're trying.
No,
to...
of course not.
No.
It just has, just a little steel rod with a little flapper on it, and you flap it. But the corkscrew has no flapper. It wouldn't even hit the little flapper thing on the inside of the lock. It's just going to go straight in. You're just going to keep fucking screwing and unscrewing, screwing and unscrewing.
Well, listen, she was getting screwed a lot. Like,
is that a metaphor?
Yeah, it's like she's been getting screwed for the entire series of Game of Thrones. Like, give her this one chance to screw a lock at least.
Screw this lock.
That was actually that didn't even enter my head.
And she dropped the corkscrew. Corkscrew. I'm like, that could have been a weapon.
It could have been a weapon. That's why I thought she picked it up in the first place. I thought she was going to stab somebody.
I remember us talking about it. Yep. Could just stabby,
Take a...
Or maybe threw it at a...
Take a page from Arya's notebook.
Good.
Yeah.
So... That's how I feel about that.
Okay. Well, what's-her-face died.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember her name.
Melinda?
Miranda?
Miranda, yeah.
Good old Reek. Came back finally.
He found half a ball. Threw her right over the ledge.
Which I think's great.
So
Cool.
there was one cool thing that happened.
Yeah, it's all right.
Would have been maybe.
But it's Reek. I'm like, I don't even care. Like, he had his chances. Now I'm just kind of over it. And I'm like, come on. Now you are.
Were you just feeling mopey about the entire episode?
Kind of.
Were you feeling mopey before the episode?
A little bit. Okay. I told you I was.
Who hurt you, Mike?
Stan is dead.
Oh, God.
You touched me in my naughty parts.
And then Theon and Sansa jump off the ramparts of Winterfell.
And to
another
what end?
what the fuck? Let's just jump off this giant fucking wall,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be just fine. That's a great idea.
I don't think they're fine. I think they're dead.
I don't think they're
I
dead.
hope they're dead. Fuck them.
I don't think they're dead. I think it was hard to tell exactly what we were looking at, but I
It
think
looked like
was,
a moat, right? No.
I think what yeah, you're focusing on what was closer to the wall. I think what we're seeing is ground, and then it's a hill. I think they tried.
That's what I thought,
I think
too.
they tried to jump for a big snowdrift.
I thought it looked like they could maybe like jump and then they'd slide down for the most part. You know?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But when they actually showed them, like, when they looked over, it looked like it sloped down. Mm-hmm. But it looked like a steep slope, but still probably survivable,
Yeah.
I guess, you know? Just be a really steep, fast slide. Maybe you tumble at the bottom and get lucky. But when they jumped off, it just didn't look like that. So I was like, maybe I thought I didn't see it right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're still alive.
Well, of course they are. Unfortunately.
We don't necessarily know that Stannis is dead.
No, that's true. We don't. But I mean,
It's a good assumption.
Well,
They
he
usually
did get cut in his leg, so I think he would have bled out anyway.
Oh, that's a
'cause
good point.
He had that, there's that big artery
femoral
right
artery,
there. Yeah.
the femoral artery.
So he probably would have bled out, but
Yeah, that's probably true. So,
yeah, she's going to kill him. I think she killed him. Chopped his head off. But I thought it was the choreographing or the way it was angled looked a little odd. Because the way they were looking back and forth, she should have swung from the other way.
and she's yeah.
So the way she swung looks like she would have just chopped the tree.
Or
Or like, oh,
or swung.
whoops, swung, sorry.
Swang.
My grammar's not, my grammar's not very good. Very good, like.
Yeah, maybe she just chopped the tree.
Could have. And then be like, I don't want to kill you. Pull a Sansa, or Arya, and just let him die.
Could have.
Could have.
No.
Probably didn't know.
He's
He's
dead.
probably
He gone.
He's dead. So, what's that leave us with? We did Arya, did Stannis, did Winterfell, Daenerys. So she's chilling with her dragon after they took off. You're okay?
Oh God.
And then Drogon just wants to lay there and heal. She wants to get flown back to Marine.
No, but before that, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't remember which comes first. Marine, where everyone's sitting on the steps, all like just waiting around,
that
twiddling their
comes first.
thumbs.
That comes
Yeah.
I
first.
thought that was hilarious. I'm like,
Right.
what the fuck is she had? Like, she did, like I said last episode, she just fly off and leave them there.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, yep.
Well,
See
it's
ya,
not
have fun. I'm just
well,
gonna,
It seems like she wasn't steering that dragon.
Right. He was just going wherever. He obviously went to his nest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be his nest?
I think so because
Yeah, I think so.
there were bones everywhere.
I just thought maybe that's what he found, like some wild cattle, and decided to eat that real quick. I don't know if that's where he's been hanging around.
I think it is. I mean, there were a lot of bones. I don't know. And he was just more focused on healing. She didn't have any food, so it doesn't seem like they would have just gone there and like had a big snack and now she's hungry again, like he's like, I ate a lot, so I'm just going to take a nap now.
She needs to teach that dragon some discipline. She needs to be a little more aggressive or something. It's just like,
discipline.
come on, you can at least find some food, or we should go home. No, we're supposed to go home.
It's like, I'm a fucking dragon.
Yeah, all the other times she's like, I am the mother of dragons, and you will listen to me, and all you can suck it. With the dragon, she's like, no,
Yeah, and the
come
dragon's
on.
there. I took like 20 spears for you, bitch. Why don't you fuck off for a little bit?
Maybe he doesn't want to go yet because he got stabbed with spears. He's like, I need some rest.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So she decides to go down off the hill, and all of a sudden, here come the Dothraki.
Why did she go down that hill?
To find food.
She was hungry.
She needed something to eat.
But what was...
And
yeah,
how did she get down that big cliff?
I don't know.
She's got legs.
She can fly.
Oh, Sue.
Just hanging out with her sandals on the cliff. Just
Oh,
no big
nice.
deal.
Yeah.
What was she? Was she wearing sandals?
I don't know.
I
I wasn't
bet
paying
she was
attention to
wearing
her
some
footwear.
type of fancy shoes. Not anything that's good for climbing down
You don't,
big
think she was,
rock cliffs.
you don't think she was wearing hiking boots?
Probably not.
Well, okay.
Maybe she wasn't wearing any shoes at all.
Special marine hiking boots now on sale. Get them at the pyramid.
Yeah.
First shop on the left. Get them for Father's Day.
Sorry, Stannis. But yeah, so the Dothraki are surrounding her, so...
I thought that was kind of... I don't know. See, I just thought it was lazy story writing. But I'm kind of serious. Other times I'm joking.
Oh,
This time
really?
I'm kind of like, I don't know. Looky here. The Dothraki are back.
Well, that's where the Dothraki are.
I know, but it just seemed just too convenient for me.
That's something that happened to
Okay. I guess it's all right. You see a big fucking dragon flying around. They're going to find out where it's at.
her. Yeah.
You would think.
It makes sense, but it just didn't. I don't know. Maybe I was just done with the Dothraki. Don't see him.
Well, the Dothraki aren't done with you, Mike.
Apparently not. Hey, I apparently forgot what the ring is. What's the ring that she dropped?
It was just a ring. I think she was just leaving it to be tracked. She was... So, like, people...
No way.
Yeah.
Is that for real? Like,
I really
gonna
think
find
that's
that
what-
ring?
I know, but, I mean, like, if she didn't leave something, like, how would they know that she was even there?
I don't know. The big freaking pile of bones.
Well, you think a big pile of bones is... Oh, Daenerys was here.
Right.
This is her mark. The big fucking elephant
I
graveyard.
don't know. Maybe there's some scales that shed off, and maybe because also it's like a bunch of charcoal embers, or looks like the whole area was burned.
Could be.
You find a ring?
I don't know.
But what's that going to say? All it's going to say is she was here.
Maybe, or maybe it's going to help him track her, or maybe it was just something that was a symbol from before that for the Dothraki that she didn't want the Dothraki to see. You know?
Yeah. That's what I thought. So if it was just something she didn't want the Dothraki to see, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking maybe that would tie her back to something that I didn't remember, like who she got the ring from or some shit like that, and the Dothraki would be like, "Ooh, you got that ring, rabble, took her jobs." Mm-hmm. But if she's leaving that for someone to find,
it's like breadcrumbs.
like exactly,
Yeah.
and she only has one fucking breadcrumb.
She has a necklace too.
You had to leave. You had to...
She might have a shoe. We
That
don't
just,
know.
That just makes me even more angry about this episode.
Mike, in order to leave...
I'm done. This podcast's over.
Mike, in order to leave a breadcrumb trail, you do have to drop the first breadcrumb.
But that's what I'm saying. She only has one breadcrumb.
She's got teeth.
Pull some of her hair out
Right.
here and there.
Yeah, maybe.
She's got pictures from previous seasons where she actually had her boobs out, and she's just leaving them.
Yeah. Someone painted her like French girls or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leo was there.
Mm-hmm.
He should totally be in Game of Thrones.
But Jorah and Ahari and Naharis are going to be on her trail, so
Yep.
they'll find that ring.
But not that little dumb dwarf.
No, he's going to stay and run a city.
With, again, another thing. Oh, hey, check who's back. Varys. It just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I love
That's what
that.
I'm conveniently here
That
now
was
for the
great.
end of the season.
He was going there anyway. We knew he was going
No, we
there.
didn't.
Yes,
Yeah, we
we
did.
did.
No, we didn't.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
he did.
did.
The entire time they were going to Marine.
Both of
That
them were
doesn't mean
going.
he was going to go because he doesn't know where Tyrion.
Yeah, but he doesn't mean he's going to,
You know?
like...
But he
He might
wasn't.
have gave
not
up and
end
been
up
like,
there.
he might have gave up and been like, fuck this, I got to go back to King's Landing.
He's not gonna go
He
back to
can't
King's-
go back to King's Landing.
Or maybe he'll go somewhere else. There's plenty of cities.
The entire
Let's go
point-
to Dorne.
The entire
plan to
He had a plan to go to Marine. Tyrion, he was going to take to Marine as well.
I know.
But he wasn't going to search for Tyrion. He's
Why not?
Because he's not fucking Sherlock Holmes.
But you don't know that.
Okay.
You're saying you know, and you didn't know.
He has
you assumed.
spies everywhere.
All
He
right.
has spies all over this land, all over.
Yeah.
Sure.
So he heard that a little man, I'm sure.
But they weren't even there that long. He could have been.
We don't know
he could have
how
been,
long they
he
were
could have
there.
been way
Time
north.
moves so
you know?
strangely in this in
He could
the
been-
Game of Thrones. We don't know how long he was there.
He could have been in the city that Tyrion got kidnapped and just hung around there looking for him.
No, I'm not with you on this one. Now you're just bitching a bitch.
No, I'm not just bitching a bitch. There's no way you knew that he was going.
I
You could
always-
assume that would be
That was
most
his-
likely.
No, that was his plan the entire time. He was going to go there
With
regardless.
Tyrion.
With Tyrion, but without
regardless.
Tyrion too. Yes, regardless.
Not irregardless.
I didn't say irregardless. I don't say swang either, but you know.
He was going. Had Tyrion not killed Tywin, he would have stayed in King's Landing. As soon as Tywin died,
Fine,
was
whatever.
There was no place for him left to be.
Fine, whatever, I don't give a shit. I
So
still
he
think
had
it's
to
dumb.
fall back to. He had to fall back to the plan of trying to get Daenerys on the throne. So he had to get to Daenerys.
Okay.
All right, Mike.
He didn't have to.
What else was he gonna do?
I don't know.
I'm gonna start a puppet show.
Maybe. You never know.
All right. I'm not with you on this one. I thought it ended great. Yeah, Varys and the whole part with Varys and Tyrion, they weren't together enough in this season, in my opinion. So them.
Oh, I definitely like them together. I thought it was great.
So I think this whole thing where it's going to work out that Tyrion's going to try to keep Marine stable with Varys' help, I think is a great thing.
I think it'd be great them together.
Way to backpedal, Mike.
No, them together I think is great. I just think the timing is stupid.
Okay.
Like just all of a sudden, like I don't know.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
They do play off each other really well, though. So.
Yeah, them together is great.
Varys
But
plays
just
off.
the timing of when he came back. I
Varys
didn't
plays
like.
off of everybody really well.
Yeah.
That guy's really good. Like him and Baelish is good. Him and Oberyn was good.
And that's someone who we didn't see is Baelish.
Right.
Where the fuck is he in this whole thing?
Yeah,
he
I
didn't
know.
get his shot.
Oh, what about Marjorie?
Yeah.
Queen
Oh,
Marjorie.
yeah.
Tommen, Marjorie.
Yeah.
Loris.
Yeah, a little flowery
What happened
douche.
to them?
I guess they're still locked up.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. We don't know.
Next episode of Locked Up Abroad.
There's there's a lot of characters in the show, but we got rid of half of them. So
Oh, yeah.
I was really hoping to see Littlefinger, but see what he was up to, what his plans were. But
He's pretty entertaining to watch.
his plans are probably going pretty well, maybe, because Stannis is completely out of the loop now.
it seems like his entire plan was to get everybody against each other, and then he'll just like sweep in after everything's just in pieces.
Yeah.
So
Well, speaking of things being in pieces, I guess we should go to King's Landing.
Oh,
Maybe.
okay,
And,
do it.
I mean, so Cersei has been imprisoned for how long, we don't know. And she finally confesses to at least one of her sins, and because of that, she gets to go home. But she has to walk naked and cut off all her hair. And through the streets and get spit on and stuff thrown at her. And
Wear a fake bush.
yeah, I was talking to Tim about that. I was like, okay, so in real life, this actress has really dark hair, and I'm thinking, there's no way she would have dyed her pubes for this. So
Yeah.
she's wearing a merkin.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
no doubt about it.
I actually think it was a body double.
What?
One, because I've heard it's a body double, because she was actually pregnant around the time that they shot
really?
that. Two, because I've seen 300 where she's topless and her boobs didn't look like that.
Oh, okay.
Fuck this.
So what did they do? They just CGI'd her face in? Is that what you're saying? Like, how did they do?
However they do body double stuff, yeah.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, because it definitely clearly shows they'd have to do CGI, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's her whole, like, you see her face and everything.
Yeah.
In the same shot.
Yeah, they've been doing body doubles for decades.
Damn it, I'm going to have to rewatch this.
I might too. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
It's not hard to do a body double.
And if that's not her, fuck this episode even more.
They didn't put poop on her body? That's ridiculous.
That's just bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag body double left boob problems.
She finally makes her way back, though. Oh, the reason that walk took too long for me is just the angry nun with the smug look on her face the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Shame.
I want to do that to the people who made this episode.
Ding, ding, ding.
I want to just walk around behind them and be like, shame. Ding, ding.
We got to see a lot of full frontal male nudity this episode, though.
Yeah.
That was like, all of a sudden, I think there have been so many complaints that there hasn't been enough full frontal male nudity. They're just like, all right, here you go.
Oh, Milanas, just suck me off.
Here's a bunch of floppy dicks in your face. Enjoy.
And how does that make any sense? Shouldn't those guys be like
I don't know.
shamed for what they're doing?
Probably, but...
They're the common folks, so it's okay.
No.
Is that right?
Common folks can swing their dicks like helicopters all they want.
Dude, that's in the High Septon's book. High Sparrow's book. Dick swinging's fine. I mean, the gods didn't say anything bad about dick swinging.
You know, as long as you're a common folk, swing it around.
Well,
Yeah.
But she gets back to the keep. Mm-hmm. Qyburn's there. The only person that's like showing her any support at the moment. Mm-hmm. And then there's a big goddamn monster.
Well, good for Happy Gilmore. My God!
So all these terrible things happen to her, and now all of a sudden she has this giant war beast of the resurrected or whatever converted mountain.
mm-hmm.
Look now. She has a big fucking monster to slay everybody who just did her wrong. Oh. Very creative.
You seem a little bemused. Just slightly.
I feel like Mike's not going to be on next season of this podcast.
Oh.
There's too much convenience.
I think he's washing his hands. Game of Thrones. We're going to have to find a new co-host.
No, I will still be watching. If you don't want me on the podcast, that's a different story, but I'll still be watching. Just because they have, an insanely bad season ending doesn't mean I won't keep watching.
Sure.
I mean, I keep watching Walking Dead, and every episode's bad, so...
I don't think that's true at all either. I thought this last season was really good of Walking Dead, but that's a different podcast that we don't even do. So, we forgot about Dorne.
We didn't forget about it. It just wasn't really memorable up until this episode.
No, like right when that was happening, when she kissed her,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
fucking knew it. I'm like,
I knew too.
Better not be the kiss of death or something like that.
Fucking kiss of death.
I was like, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew that she had because no one's going to kiss somebody like that.
Exactly. Yes.
No, they wouldn't, Dorne.
And I was just like, no, they want to do some because I really think that's just fucking dumb. Like, really, kiss of death? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Well,
I mentioned the whole time, but I really think that's fucking...
Well, that explains
I can stand that.
That explains the foreshadowing that they basically did with Bronn in the prison.
Yeah. With the antidote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which it didn't
So that
click
was
for
basically
me until...
that was basically the whole
until
point
she
of
grabbed
that
it.
scene, I guess, was to establish how they were going to kill Marcella.
Yeah.
So Marcella's like, "Oh, I'm glad you're my uncle, Daddy, and we're going to be so happy to get..."
It was a really touching moment.
Which couldn't
You know?
last. They could have, like, they even said that in the behind the episode at the end of the episode. It would have been a great scene, a great and touching, happy scene if we ended it 30 seconds earlier.
But we couldn't stop.
We can't do that.
Everyone has to
that's
die.
not going to happen. Yeah. Well, who knows? She might not be dead. one, are they going to fucking turn around? They better turn around. If they don't turn around, that's ridiculous. Like,
If
are
they
they
just
that
keep going.
stupid?
No,
like, oh, she just somehow
they'll turn
mysteriously
around.
starts dying. And they're just like, well, I don't know what happened. Let's just keep going.
Well, I guess that's the question, because, I mean, if they turn around, what are they going to do? Because it's still just a one-handed guy in Braun.
Is it?
Yeah, but
Is that it?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, but
you know,
the
wheelchair king.
Go ahead.
You know, he doesn't stand for that.
Yeah, he's not going to give a third chance.
If they can get to him,
So they're going to die. If they
Cut
turn
them
around and find out that she was behind it, they're going to die, all four of them.
Okay.
I mean, they have to.
yeah,
They have to turn around.
Okay.
they better turn around. Maybe Braun got some extra antidote from the most beautiful girl in the world. Maybe she really actually did like him. She was like, hey, I don't really like any of these other girls. They're going to try to do
She
something.
did get up close to him.
Just
Do you
in
think she
case.
snuck him a little something?
Maybe she got a little antidote. I don't see that very likely.
Yeah, no, I think they just wanted to kill a bunch of people this episode. So, no, I think
But didn't show her dead. Didn't show her dead.
didn't-
So she's still alive. Stannis is still alive. How many people do we actually see die? For sure.
Well, there's Stannis'
Trant.
wife.
You don't know.
Stannis'
She might have
wife.
just.
She was just hanging around.
Yeah, hey, if she didn't break her neck, she might have just been passed out.
She was just taking a nap.
Well, you can just pass out.
No, she's dead. Cut her down.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's Trant, who was Stannis' wife, and then that we saw die for sure.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Is there any?
Yeah, there's
Well,
one
what?
other one.
Well, no, I know, but I don't want to get to that yet. I'm just trying to think. But if what we've already talked about, I don't think so.
No. No, they better
Maybe.
fucking turn around.
They're either going to turn around or they think they're going to go to King's Landing and come back with an army, and then the war against Dorne starts.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what they wanted all along.
Yes. So,
You're still going to keep watching, Mike?
Oh, I'll keep watching for sure.
Okay, all right.
And it wasn't an insanely bad episode, but there was a lot of little things I just didn't, like as far as timing and kind of how things were presented. There's a lot of good stuff that happened I do like, but I don't know. Mostly just kind of the way a lot of things were presented to me. I don't know. Didn't work. I don't know. Meh.
it
That's
did
just
feel
me.
rushed. It felt like everything was like a rush up to the season finale. Like there was a lot of
There's a lot of story to tell. in a
yeah,
short
but there was
amount
also a lot
time.
of stuff they probably could have shorn up. And
Yeah, and I felt like there were a lot of so in the previous episodes there was a lot of like bullshit moments in those episodes, but they kind of led up into to what was happening in this episode. Like the
Yeah.
whole Ollie Sam thing from a couple episodes ago when they had that little conversation. Well, John always comes back, blah blah blah. That kind of led up to what happened at Castle Black. And there were, the Dorne scenes, all the Dorne scenes that were so slow. I mean, it all led up to what happened to the princess,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like they had to do it that way. They had to tell that part of the story to get the payoff.
I still think Dorne sucks.
Sure.
It wasn't that good. Well, the way it was presented, could have been better. Maybe they were rushed,
Do you think it was bad storytelling?
lazy storytelling.
Lazy storytelling?
Yep,
So lazy.
definitely.
Okay.
Mike, do you feel like you got raped?
I do. That's a.
Is that why you were sad
Yeah.
before you watched the
You can't
show?
say that. Don't ever compare being raped to being raped by a show mentally, by a fake show. That is just insane. You just can't. I'm insanely offended.
It's insensitive.
I'm gonna
not
start a
say-
movement.
I'm not going to say what I said wasn't insensitive. What I will say is I don't care.
Yep. Give 0 fucks. That's what you should say.
Yeah.
Yep. 0. You should say, I could care less.
I could care less, but I don't.
No, that's trying to be a grammar Nazi. I hate when people say I could care less.
So you want to be like Stannis?
Care less?
So you really do want to be like Stannis?
Right.
No, I think people
Couldn't it? You dumb fuck.
I think people can take it with the spirit in which what I said was intended, or they can get bent out of shape about it,
And get raped.
yeah. I mean, tell somebody who has a podcast that gets way more listeners than this one. That's all I can say to that.
No one's listening anyway.
Yeah. So speaking of Sam's gone.
Yeah.
He gone.
He buggered out. He's going to become a maester.
It's kind of selfish. He's just like, see ya. Hey, can I go? I'm getting laid, dude. Dude, wait, how did you just got the hell beat out of you? It's because I'm the man. That's right.
Call me Slam the Slayer.
See, they almost traded stories.
Because I murdered that pussy.
What? With his broadsword.
But what he said
Lay
makes
down
sense.
the
I mean,
bronze.
he's not a fighter, and
Yeah, he
There's-
wouldn't be any help.
yeah, there's no Maester Aemon there.
Anything
so-
he knows now, they know. You know, Dragon Glass, Valyrian Steel.
But they don't have any dragon glass anyway, so
Yep.
Barker.
And they just got a sword.
So
And now, who does know about any of that stuff?
I think just nobody.
Who does Sam tell? Does he tell everybody? He told Stannis. He told Jon. I mean, did that word get around?
I would assume Melisandre knows.
Because I'm wondering if the word even got around to the fucking White Walkers and what happened. Really? Like, oh, he's a traitor. Like, what the? Really? They're just going to stab him, like, kill him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
With
so
knowing what happened over there?
so
This fucking huge demon army's coming at you. And be like, I'm still mad at you. No. What the fuck?
Yeah.
See, I don't get that. I don't like it. He shouldn't have went out that way.
listen. Oh, so in case you were wondering, Jon Snow's dead.
Well, if you're listening to this,
That's true.
to know before you watch it, there's something fucking wrong with you.
You know, I don't really like Game of Thrones that much, but I really like your podcast, and I like to live vicariously.
I
through it.
think I think the people that listen to this show before they watch it, they're like me. They want the spoilers. They want to know what happens before it happens.
So I did tell.
I would totally listen to this podcast before I watch the show.
Well, I told you most of what was going to happen before the episode.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Jeez. Whatever.
The thing I didn't tell you about
That's what you
was-
like.
I do.
I didn't tell you about Arya going blind, though.
No, and I was so upset at you for not
She
telling
was.
me.
What happened? Well, she did what she wasn't supposed to
You
do.
should have told me it
She
was in the
turned into
book.
Ray Charles.
You
She's
shouldn't
going to
have
play
told me.
piano.
I wouldn't have known that you knew. I would never have known.
I knew like half the things that were going to happen in this episode.
She's going to be a blind piano player for the House of Black and White. Mm-hmm. People walk in, she's just going to be playing tunes,
Give
you
a little
know.
mood music.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're actually,
Frederick fucking Chopin.
I got 2 needles, one for each of you. So the Night's Watch are a bunch of. I mean, the Night's Watch is made up of assholes. I mean, that's the point. It's like people that nobody wants. They're the refuge of Westeros, basically. Rapists, thieves, blah blah blah. It's like, how do you suspect they don't have more mutinies? It's like, oh, we took an oath. Now we didn't give a shit about that kind of thing before we got in trouble.
But even still, people don't want to die by fucking crazy snow demons. You know, no matter how bad they are, they're going to think of their own life first, and they're going to be like, yeah, I'm fucking mad at that guy, but he knows some shit, brought back some people to help against these crazy snow demons. And they're like, nope, you're a traitor. Not really. You guys morons. I hope all those guys die very, very quickly.
Me too.
Which they probably won't.
I'm sure.
They'll probably live forever.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure they'll die soon. I mean, the walkers are coming.
Yeah. Can't be too long.
But we
know?
won't. See, that's the thing, is I don't think we'll see it. Because, well, nobody's going to get, now that John's dead, you don't have a main character up there.
Yeah,
so.
but you still want to see those guys die. I mean, like, Why can't they just show like a little 5-second clip, like, and then they're just
And
gone?
then they're just dead. You just see Alistair Thorne's head somewhere.
Yeah.
Are they going to burn John?
Oh.
Is he going to turn into a White Walker with his Valerian sword? And be one of the leaders of the White Walkers?
All right, Mike, so I'll tell you since I read the book.
So he is. Actually, Melisandre's there. Maybe she can bring him back. Maybe some King's blood. Or maybe just pray to the Lord of Light. Like remember in the season, I think it was 3, where that one guy comes back. He came back like 9 times because Lord of Light.
After he fought the Hound.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she could do that to him.
Maybe.
And then he's going to freaking wake up. He's going to be fine. He'd be like, what up now, motherfuckers?
All right, so I actually don't know what's going to happen because the way the season ended is the way the last book ended too. But why else would Melisandre be there?
Right?
What else?
That's what I think, especially because she tried to bang him.
Because she had.
Maybe she's going to bang him while he's dead. She's
Well,
like, finally!
I think that's why
There's no resistance. I can just get it.
That's basically why she fucking booked it out of Stannis's. Like, she realized, like, oh, I misread my visions. This wasn't the guy. The guy's back here.
Yeah.
So, it's entirely possible that Jon Snow is dead, but it's entirely possible he'll get brought back to life.
That's right.
It's also possible that he's dead, because supposedly...
Maybe it'll be like a human White Walker hybrid.
Yeah. You don't think that's lazy storytelling?
Maybe he'll fall in love with the White Walker after he comes back, like Brandon Stark.
Brandon Stark.
Or whichever.
Bran?
Well, supposedly, haven't people said, like, one of the, like, long time ago in the galaxy that who was ever, like, originally building the wall, like, actually fell in love with a White Walker or something.
Yeah.
And that's actually possibly...
That's the king.
That was a Stark. I forgot if it's Brandon or something like that.
Man, your memory's better than mine then.
Yeah, really.
But he fell in love with the White Walker, and that's actually one of the leaders. That might be the
is it the king? The Night
King?
Night King?
Yeah.
Is that right?
That might be actually him or something.
Yeah.
Coldemort.
Yes,
Yeah.
Coldemort. There we go.
So...
I've heard that too.
And the children of the corn. Of the cold. Damn it. Fuck. Rewind it.
Like that, reverse it. So I like to think that Melisandre is going to bring Jon back to life.
I think so.
However, they said today that Jon Snow is dead. And Kit Harington said he's not coming back next season.
He's a liar. He knows nothing, even in real life.
So that's there. Well, there's that. There could be the fact that,
I mean, you can't tell people.
as far as he knows, like he said, he got the sit down and saying, "Okay, we're killing off your character." It's entirely possible that the writers know what they're going to do, but they just tell John or Kit Harington that.
True.
Yeah.
Or Kit Harington's just lying.
Or Kit Harington's a liar. He could be a lying ass liar.
Yeah, fuck.
So.
Wildling.
Yeah.
You pull your bowstring.
But supposedly his contract was for 7 seasons. So that's really annoying. I can't begin to tell you how annoying that was in my ears.
It's one of those things where it's only fun for the person making the noise.
So I'm thinking that what might happen is Kit Harington said he's not going to be in the next season, but he might be in season 7.
But that's still only 6 seasons.
Right, so he's just going to skip a season.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
He's like,
Bran skipped a
like
season
Bran
this year.
skipped a season.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it makes the most sense to bring him back because there's a lot of his backstory that's left unexplored if they just killed him off. And now He's dead. So if he gets brought back to life, he's no longer a member of the Night's Watch. His oath is fulfilled.
Ooh, that's interesting. Didn't think about it.
So he gets to
Didn't
do
think about
whatever
that.
the fuck he wants when he comes back to life.
Is there any rules about that though? Like, yeah, his watch is ended, but
His watch is ended.
It didn't really end,
It did end if he's dead.
but he's not necessarily dead. Did he really technically die if he's alive now?
Well, you have to be brought back to. You have to be dead in order to be brought back to life. This isn't the Princess Bride where he's only mostly dead.
Okay, but I want to see the rule book. If brought back to life, they're gonna have to write a new rule. It's probably never happened.
If brought back to life, they'll probably be running because there's going to be an undead Jon Snow that's going to kill him.
Unfortunately, he'll be brought back to life, and they'll just all fucking stab him again.
And then I'll just get brought back again.
He's back! Fucking stab, stab, stab!
He only needs to kill him one at a time.
Do you think he'd kill Ollie?
Oh, I hope so. Fuck Ollie.
Chop his fucking head off.
Kid, I feel like he's just so confused.
Yeah, well.
He's a confused teenager. He doesn't know any better.
I feel like that's
Sam gave him bad fucking advice.
Yeah, really. Sam didn't know what was going on in his head, you know? I mean, like, how would he know? So
He tried to use reason with the kid. It's like, there's an army of the dead out there. I've seen it. We're going to need people. But my mommy and daddy... Yeah,
and you will be too soon.
It's like, well, guess what? You know who else's mommy and daddy is dead? Batman. You're no fucking Batman, Ollie.
He used that. Yeah. That's true. He's not.
He's no fucking Batman.
He's
He'll never
not-
be a Batman.
It's true. It's really sad.
Makes me angry.
I have to say, Jon Snow definitely knows nothing. Because I thought that was ridiculous that Ollie just walks in and like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm going to be back. Oh, really? I'm just going to go out and see what's happening.
No.
I just thought it was...
That's...
Well, I just figured he'd be a little more cautious about things.
He's not cautious.
He's not. That's the same thing that killed his father.
Yeah.
His father is too trusting of people.
Oh, stupid Starks.
His honor and trust got him killed, just like his daddy,
Stupid Starks.
or his maybe daddy.
Mm-hmm. True, yep, maybe daddy.
His daddy or uncle, not his daddy / uncle like other families.
Maybe his Jamie. Yeah.
So we've got 42 weeks about until the next season.
Well, let's keep talking until we get there. I don't know. But, okay, so to get back on what I said earlier, like, who is told of the story of the White Walkers and stuff? Or do we think that anybody else knows these things about Dragonglass, Wearing Steel, White Walkers? I think that word got around.
I would think word would have spread, but
They knew, everybody at Castle Black. Everybody at Castle Black knows about. Everybody at Castle Black knows about the Dragonglass. I would assume that John would have debriefed people, or like because I mean, it's not like all the members of the Night's Watch are dead, so they all are like there, and they'll be talking to their other Night's Watch friends that there's a bunch of fucking dead people that came back to life. So that story's going to spread at least through the Night's Watch. Now, where it goes from there, who knows? Because Alistair Thorne's fuck.
Alistair Thorne.
Could have just killed Alistair Thorne too, but no. I'm gonna promote you to First Ranger.
He should have just shit on John's face after he was dead.
He basically did.
That asshole.
For the Watch.
Traitor! Nope. Shouldn't have went out there like that.
Nope.
I don't like it.
Well,
He did.
George R. R. Martin is trying to finish the book before the next season comes out. So, if he doesn't, then I literally have no idea what's going to happen next season.
Fuck all you fucking readers. You want me to spoil it? I know what's going to happen here and there, and this didn't happen in the books like this.
I asked if you wanted me to compare it to the book.
I'm just kidding. But it's just kind of funny that, people that read the books, they want it to follow exactly like the books.
Yeah,
Some
I don't
people,
care
not
about
everybody,
that. Yeah, I don't
obviously,
care about that
but
part.
there's a lot of people like, no, it wasn't in the books that way. That's stupid.
Like,
Like,
there's
no,
like-
that's a TV show, all right? They can't do everything like the book.
Yeah, there's like two
That might not work
characters.
well on screen.
Yeah, that's
What's in the
basi-
book?
There's two characters that are in the books that I'm glad that they didn't put in. Everybody, and it's the ones that everybody are upset that they haven't seen in the show. It's like they've added nothing to the books so far, so I don't care that they're not in there.
All right. Okay.
So
Now I'm sad.
Don't be sad.
I'm a sad
Mike.
panda.
but we'll see Bran next season.
Will we?
I hope so.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure because of the casting rumors that I've heard for season 6.
All right.
We're going to see more of the Tarly family as well.
Okay.
I don't know about Jon Snow.
You don't know anything at all?
I don't know.
That's you said that's all the book.
Yeah,
ended.
literally. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like in some parts of the show, they're already ahead of the books, and then the other parts they've caught up to the books.
All right. Farewell, Jon Snow. I'll miss your little pouty face. I'll miss you, Jon Snow. Ringo will miss you. So hoping we could play the drums together.
All right, well, it's a somber end to Watchers on the Couch this week.
Any final words?
I'm not rooting for anybody at this point because I don't care about anybody except Arya and Tyrion. Like those are the only two people I really care about at this
Really?
point. Yeah,
I still like Daenerys. I still like her.
I don't like her that much anymore.
No,
She's kind of
Who on you?
ineffective.
I like her.
As an actor and on screen, I don't really necessarily like her, but I do like the story, I guess.
I also like Arya and Tyrion too. But
And I do want to see Sansa get some kind of.
Get some from Reek.
I don't think that's
That's
possible.
It'd be
Oh,
like
s-
Scissor Me Timbers.
Oh, jeez.
No, she's got to get her revenge against somebody. I mean,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake.
I think she'll meet. I think they'll meet with Brienne.
Yeah.
Because Brienne's out there. I think they'll end up meeting up.
And then she'll be like-
high-fiving. What's up?
She'll be like, "Where were you when I lit the candle?" Oh, let's go and Stannis.
I was jumping
You
in
mean
a
the
tree.
guy whose army just got
Yeah.
fucking decimated out there? Good use of your time. I was in here almost getting shot with a bow and arrow. I had to get saved by a guy with no dick.
With no dick. But I think he's the best guy for me. After everything has happened.
He's pretty much the only guy.
I don't ever have sex again, so it'll work. And he'll be my little bitch.
All right, so I think that's a good place to begin wrapping it up. So it's entirely possible we might be doing commentary tracks for previous episodes of Game of Thrones and have those available somehow.
I think it'd be fun.
There's also a Game of Thrones game by a company called Telltale, which I think I'd kind of like to start playing and maybe try out this Twitch thing and like broadcast it, and we'll just bullshit as we play the game.
A Game of Thrones game?
Yeah.
Like a board game?
No, it's a computer game. It's kind of like it's like an interactive story.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's like 6 episodes. I think there's 4 of them out so far. There's a Walking Dead one too that's really good.
All right.
But yeah, so then I think we should probably just like meet up and talk some stuff every so often. Maybe not weekly, but keep the podcast going in some form until the next season starts.
Keeping it real, talk some shit.
Yeah.
You know, just BSing. Keeping it 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. That's how we roll.
All right.
For sheezy.
I guess thank you for
Shows
listening.
how old I am. All the like references are like from like fucking 10 years ago. Like, oh, shizzle, my nizzle, yeah.
Yeah, it's ancient Snoop Dogg history.
Yep. He's still a man.
Snoop Dogg, first of his name.
Things Game of Thrones is real, so. I think apparently sometimes I do too. Since I get so into it. Get a little too frustrated sometimes.
All right. Well, this has been Watchers on the Couch for Season 5 of Game of Thrones. I'm Tim Pickrell.
I'm Sarah Hedrick.
I'm Mike Davern. See you in a long time.
And now our watch has ended until next season, but keep up with us because we're going to have more stuff coming at you in the meantime.
Yeah, boom. 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 That's pretty good. We're just gonna do this for like a fucking hour.
Why is this last episode of the podcast 3 hours long? I listened to the first 45 minutes, and then after that, they're just doing weird shit.
Right ahead in the cat noises like meow, 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 meow.
If you've listened this far, stop.
Jeez, Mike, why don't you just bitch some more?